You already know what you need to do. You know which call that you need to make, and you know which conversation that you've been avoiding. You know which activity would move your business forward. But instead of doing it, you keep researching, reorganizing, or preparing, or waiting to feel more confident. It's not a knowledge problem, and it may not be a motivation problem either. There's another desire inside of you that keeps winning. I know because I caught myself doing this exact same thing, reaching into a big bag of reasonable excuses so I could avoid doing the one thing that I had already committed to doing. And the moment I saw that I was doing it, what was really happening, it changed the way that I was showing up. Last December, my daughter Lucy asked me to do a half Ironman with her. That's a 1.2 mile swim, a 56 mile bike ride, and then a half marathon after that. That's 70.3 miles in total. I said yes. I love the challenge. I love the idea of going through that process with her. It was really exciting. And I love the thought of seeing her cross the finish line. But let's be honest. In December, September felt like a comfortable distance away. And as the race got closer, real estate entered its busiest season. I was in the launch phase of Infinite You. Lucy started dealing with this knee issue that she had, these knee problems. And suddenly, I had several very reasonable explanations for why I should just bow out. And underneath every one of them was the truth that I didn't really want to admit. I was terrified of the swim. I'd never been a distance swimmer. Swimming 1.2 miles in open water scared the hell out of me. So I kept avoiding it. When Lucy asked what I was doing or when I was going to start training, I gave her my reasons. I told her how busy I was. I explained to her that my fear of distance swimming was real. I even told her that I had signed up just because she asked me to, as if that somehow made quitting more acceptable. Then it hit me. I was showing my daughter what quitting looks like. Worse, I was doing the exact same thing that I've challenged entrepreneurs and my own children not to do. I've said it for years. You can have reasons or you can have results, but you cannot have both. And there I was, allowing resistance to make a decision that belonged to my commitment. The next day, I bought the goggles, the swim cap, and an actual swimsuit. Then I got in the water. I started swimming 700 yards, and then 900, and then 1,200, and it was exhausting. It was super uncomfortable. There were moments when I felt like I was going to drown, but I kept showing up. Now I'm swimming beyond the actual distance that's required on race day. I'm completing 50-mile bike rides, running immediately afterwards. Here's the thing, the fear didn't disappear before I began. The confidence didn't arrive first. The capability was built by repeatedly doing the action that I had been negotiating with. This is what Albert Gray called the common denominator of success. Successful people form the habit of doing things that unsuccessful people don't like to do. And here's the part that most people truly miss. Successful people don't necessarily like doing those things either. They've simply stopped requiring themselves to feel like doing the work before they actually act. In every one of these moments, two desires are competing with one another. There's a desire for the result, and then there's the immediate desire to avoid the discomfort, the rejection, the uncertainty, or looking incompetent. Whichever desire is stronger makes the decision. Now, this doesn't mean that every difficult activity is valuable. I mean, working harder at the wrong thing is still the wrong thing. The question is, what action is directly connected to your worthy ideal? And are you allowing comfort to keep you from doing it consistently? The unsuccessful version of you lets comfort make that decision. Your infinite version lets your worthy ideal make it, your goals. Consistency isn't just discipline, it's identity in motion. So here's your move. Name the result that you say that you want, and then identify the single action that will likely move that result forward, especially the action that you already know that you've been avoiding. And then schedule it within the next 24 hours, not when you're more confident and not when resistance just completely vanishes. Within the next 24 hours, do it once and then establish a measurable standard. Repeat it until the internal negotiation begins to disappear. Your next level may not require another strategy. It may require you to stop negotiating with an action that you already know must be done. So ask yourself this: how would the version of me who has already achieved this target act today? And now step into that version and do the work.